Welcome to a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Morning, everyone. Welcome to the October 11th meeting of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners. Our thought for today is Proverbs 25:6-8. Don't demand an audience with the king or push for a place among the great. It's better to wait for an invitation to the head table than to be sent away in public disgrace. Just because you've seen something, don't be in a hurry to go to court, for what will you do in the end if your neighbor deals you a shameful defeat? And it is up to Commissioner Kalo. Amen.
Come here, give or take. Give or take. Come here. Our featured dog this week is a male beagle. He was found in Grafton. The guess he's 5. I'm guessing more than that, but he's got a great temperament. Come here. Come here. Look at her. Slobber.
Yeah, big slobber.
Yeah, geez.
We also have 38 other dogs, so we're almost full. So please stop by and find a new friend. Come on.
Madam Clerk.
I don't see Paul
I
here.
don't see Paul here
Is
either.
Paul Hassan here?
No.
No? Okay. You just want to say what you're
We have a certificate of recognition for Lorain County Organizing Committee for the Day of Atonement. He's having a Holy Day of Atonement on October 20th and 21st, so we'll just get that to him hopefully over the weekend.
All right, under resolutions, number 1, investments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Appropriations.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Advances and repayments.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Requisitions.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Travel.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Bills.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under the Commissioners, authorize various personnel actions as indicated on the summary sheet for employees within jurisdiction of Lorain County Commissioners.
Mr. Cortez.
Thank you, Madam Commissioner. I do have some potential hires in IT and economic development I'd like to discuss with the board. Also, three ongoing matters of litigation, one potential matter of litigation, and potential purchase of real estate. All of those topics are allowable under the Sunshine Act for executive session discussions. So I'd ask at the conclusion of our regular board meeting, we go into executive session, we talk about those matters that I've detailed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Approve waive the reading in the minutes of September 27th and October 3rd.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Accept the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorize necessary tax levies and certify the Lorain County Auditor.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Sanitary engineer, approve and enter an engineering services contract with K.E. McCartney and Associates Mansfield in the amount of $40,000 for the lateral televising system analysis Phase 2 project in Brentwood Lake subdivision, Carlisle Township, and will be paid from account sanitary O&M professional services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Amendment Resolution 14117 adopted February 2014, which established Lorain County Sanitary Engineer Building, Sewers, and Connection Rules and Regulations. Amendment is to include the adding of Section 42, which places limits in various materials that can be hazardous and are disruptive to the sewer system.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under the engineer, advertised bids for replacing LOR 301 7.25 State Route 301 widening, Village of LaGrange. Notice in the Chronicle on October 13th, 20th, and 27th, and open at 2 p.m. on November 8th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under the recorder, authorize Lorain County Auditor to continue special fund per ORC 317.321 by Lorain County Recorder for the purpose of supplementing equipment needs for the county recorder effective January 1st, 2018 through December 31st, 2018, amount of $4 per recorded document.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Under the Sheriff, renew the medical services agreement with Dr. Richard Kelsler, M.D., to provide certain medical services to the inmates, effective October 1st, 2017 through September 30th, 2018, at a fee of $208.08 per hour, which contains a 30-day cancellation clause.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Renew a psychology services agreement with Dr. Deborah Koricki to provide certain medical services to inmates effective October 1st, 2017 through September 30th, 2018 at a fee of $60.41 per hour, which contains a 30-day cancellation clause.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Approve and enter an agreement with Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services, Ohio Pharmacy Services, Columbus, to provide certain goods and services, including pharmaceuticals and pharmacy services, effective October 11, 2017 through June 30, 2019, at a cost of $2.95 per prescription plus cost of medication, and contains a 60-day cancellation clause.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kayla?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Mr. Cortez?
I have no additional comments this morning, thank you.
Mr. Petticord?
Other than discussing pending litigation and potential litigation with the commissioners in executive session, we have nothing at this time.
Commissioners
Going
report.
quick here. Just gonna put this up, so we have a copy of this. It's a SWANA award that we've got from, for our solid waste department. The district initially received this award in 2013 and resubmitted the application this year to showcase the expanded services of the collection center and what it offers to the residents and businesses located here in Lorain County. The award recognizes the district's commitment to advance the practice of environmentally and economically sound solid waste management. So congratulations to our solid waste department. Our center over there is really a great asset to our community.
It looks like something out of Star Trek.
I know, it's
there.
cool, isn't it? It's
Got an
made with
interesting
recycled
look to it.
glass too,
Right.
so of course it's, yeah. So last Thursday, our Sheriff's Department softball team played, which I've been watching them every week. Kind of like the Indians, they're very exciting to watch. So far, we're 10 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie, which they're really, really fun to watch, and hopefully we'll be champs this year. Friday, we had our Community Alliance meeting. We had NOPEC overview, and we also had the Ohio Purchasing Program. This weekend was a Firefish Festival, which I was not able to attend, but I heard it was a great success, so hopefully next year, if they have it again, I'll be able to attend. And then Monday was Columbus Day, also my daughter Tara's birthday, so happy birthday to Tara. I'm not telling you how old she is, so. End of my report.
Yeah, last week, just a busy week. They had a nice turnout at the former Rose Cafe at Lakeview Park for an evening with the judges. And then after, got to go see Speak of the Devil. They did a after event. There's Kurt and Paige Hernan investing in the Lorain community downtown, doing a really nice job there. That evening also, I'd like to thank our Lorain County Visitors Bureau, Jen and her staff setting up with WKYC. We did a promo like Thank Parker's Restaurant on the burger battle and on the cupcake crawl. And while we were there Monday, I was in Oberlin. I'd hit Blue Rooster, which is one of the bakeries. They're closed on Mondays, so no cupcakes.
Oh.
Also, on Friday, though, we had a real nice kickoff. It's Manufacturing Month in Lorain County. I gave a few words at Togus and Avon Lake, like thank Matt Lavin. the Chamber of Commerce, and everyone involved within our growth partnership for a great kickoff. And as you follow every day in the newspaper and online social media, all of the events trying to get our youth involved in manufacturing and rebuild that. Not everyone has to go to college, and there's great work, great benefits, great pay involved in manufacturing. And Ohio is still the third largest manufacturer in the country after California and Texas. So, end of my report.
Madam President, please allow me to give a lengthy report here. So.
Imagine that.
Imagine that, Ted says. Okay. Well, first, I'd like to say that we're very pleased to receive word from the federal EPA, another $500,000 on top of $600,000 as we work to clean up and improve the water quality of the Black River. That's really critical. A lot of the environmental groups very concerned about the algae blooms that are still taking place in Lake Erie, and obviously we need to clean up the water before it gets to Lake Erie. But it's good that the federal government's recognizing our efforts. We originally received $600,000. Now we received another $500,000 to improve water quality with the Black River. So that was good news, and I saw your comments in the paper. I thought they were really good comments. I had the opportunity to attend a luncheon with adult probation. Our adult probation department was recently recognized by the state, putting together a very creative informational video. We've all heard of the Brady Bunch. We've all seen the boxes with all the faces and everybody's looking at everybody, but they did it to the Probation Bunch instead of the Brady Bunch. Very well done, explaining their role and the important role that they play in our county. Congratulations to organizers of the Great Pizza Bake-Off at Avon Lake High School. Wasn't able to make it this year. Heard it was another success. Lakefront, Lorain County. Boy, we had just an amazing turnout in Lorain at Lakeview Park for that. Want to stress to everybody that this is a plan that's going to work on connecting the lakefront communities as it relates to transportation, also some site planning ideas, and some economic development concepts. And I can't stress enough that they're concepts, so these will be evolving as we find ways of funding these initiatives. But some very good stuff if you get a chance. I know it was posted in the paper recently, even had some pictures of some of the concepts. The Lorain County Community Alliance met last Friday. As Madam President pointed out, NOPEC was there, also group purchasing, and talking about informing people about the trash consortium questions. Also, Firefish, congratulations. Boy, it was great to see. The Plain Dealer puts out an entertainment section every single week. We were the front page of that, so hopefully a lot of folks came in from around the area. That's the important part with our Visitors Bureau, just trying to get people in here, take a look around, hopefully get them to spend the night, spend some money, and tell their friends about it. Avon Lake Homecoming Parade was on Saturday morning. Always enjoy participating in that. Had a chance to walk a little bit with Judge Bill Encini. We had a nice conversation along the parade route. Good turnout for that. The Elyria NAACP Freedom Fund Banquet. That was just a tremendous event that was held at Lorain County Community College, Spitzer Center there. Congratulations, President D. Tolbert, for putting on another first-class event. Reverend Thomas Bowen came in from Washington. I worked with him when he ran for school board in Elyria and got elected to the school board there. We had a nice conversation. Janae Ingram, boy, a very talented young lady who actually recently organized the Women's March on Washington. And based upon what the president's been doing lately with women's health care, I think there's going to be a lot of those marches taking place, and should be. But her call was to be persistent and making your voice heard in Washington. Then on Sunday, attended, instead of going to my regular church, went over to the 175th anniversary of the First Church Meeting House in Oberlin. That's the UCC church there. And met with Pastor Hill. I think they had a representative of every religious group possible that participated in that event. That's quite a historic place. If you've never been in there, you've got to stop in there. Everyone from Frederick Douglass to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. have made presentations in that room and inspiring speeches. So Congratulations, Sacred Heart, on their night at the races. Wasn't able to make that event by the time I got out of the earlier dinner. It was a late night. But, and I want to send out the best wishes, and I was really saddened by the news, but happy for him. Pastor Marcettis Cunningham is leaving Lorain County. He had been the pastor there at Zion Baptist Church, really brought that church a long way over his 23 years of leadership. He's now off to Dayton. Want to wish him the best of luck. And for all of us in the room, hopefully we're all rooting for our Indians tonight. My parents raised me not to hate, so all I can say is I just never liked the New York Yankees. Never liked those guys.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
You want more? Or
No, that's fine. You know.
Today at 2 o'clock is our Records Commission meeting, board correspondence.
I move the reading be waived.
Second.
Discussion, Ms. Kowski.
Aye.
Mr. Kayla.
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
Public comment.
Anybody wishing to address the board this morning? Just state your name and give 3 minutes. Seeing none? Oh, you got somebody. Just state your name and where you're from for the record.
Jerry Donovan, 5109 Oak Hill Boulevard, Lorain, Ohio, taxpayer and citizen. Last week, it was stated that the union had not extended an invitation to the commissioners to return to the bargaining table. It was also pointed out that that's a two-way street, that the commissioners could extend that invitation. My question to you, first question, is have you made any effort to extend that invitation to the union to return?
Jerry, I don't know if you've ever noticed or saw our resolution that we did back in August with the 3-minute rule. One of the stipulations is public comment is not intended to be questions addressed to the board or other persons in attendance. Comments is also not to be conducted in a debate manner.
Yes, I was here when you brought that back up.
Right, so
And I understand that you use it as a
debate.
protective mechanism to protect from having to answer questions to your citizens. I fully understood that the last time too. I think it's a very undemocratic situation, but then knowing you and knowing this board, I don't expect any less. When they're trying to do everything to see that the most Americans get protected by insurance, this commission, taking its lead from a certain person in Washington, try to take away that insurance. So as I say, I understand what this game is all about. Obviously, you don't, okay? You do answer to the citizens, and I can assure you, each and every one of you 3 individuals will answer to the citizens of Lorain. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is David James. I'm a lifelong resident of Lorain County, and I'm here to speak to you today to ask you to retain the services of 4 people that are currently working at the OhioMeansJobs Lorain County Center. Mrs. Jolene Gonzalez has been the site supervisor there for the last 5 years. I work very closely with Jolene through Job and Family Services. I'm an employment representative there. And in the Ohio Works Incentive Program and also through their Career Development Program, I believe it's been through her guidance and leadership that those programs have been very successful, and that she has been an integral part of the transition between Lorain County Community College and the county as taking over the supervision of that organization. So I would ask you if you would please offer her a position to stay there as the Adult and Displaced Worker Program Manager. Mrs. Betty Maynard has been there for over 25 years. She handles all the collecting, recording, and reporting of all of the information that goes to the various federal and state entities that determine the funding sources that we have. She does a very good job. She's very detail-oriented, and I believe it's because of that detail orientation that we've been able to retain all of the funding that we get for all the programs that we give there. Ms. Leslie McNeil is the administrative assistant there. Leslie's kind of our go-to person for information, and she also assists all of us that do the presentations for the workshops. She does a fantastic job. She's very timely, very accurate with the information she supplies. And even though Leslie has not been the receptionist for more than 2 years, there are still people, both Spanish-speaking and English-speaking, that come in and ask for her assistance because of the excellent service that she provides. And when given the opportunity, she will go out and she will help people in our resource room access the computers so that they can look for work. Mrs. Rosa Garcia has been our greeter and receptionist for the last 2 years. She's also bilingual. A lot of the Hispanic clients that we have feel very comfortable coming into our agency because they know that ROSA can get them connected to the different programs that we have available to serve them. ROSA also has a real good feel for the programs that we offer and knows how to continue the flow to keep things moving in our agency because there's a lot going on. I don't know how she does it, but she keeps straight what room the different workshops are in and make sure that everybody gets to where they need to go. So I would ask that you would please retain those folks, allow them to continue to give the excellent service to our county that they have been, and I thank you for this opportunity to recommend them.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments.
Good morning. My
Morning.
name is John Treadway, a longtime Lorain County resident. Also, I'm the Vice President of the BRS Local 228. I'm here on behalf of my brothers and sisters to say that they do need a fair contract. We've been without a contract for 2 years, and it's all over health. But at least with our negotiations, we know what we have to pay. They don't. And I mean, that's, to me, is a Republican tactic, not a Democratic tactic. And I noticed on the website you guys are all supposed to be Democrats. I don't believe it, not with the way you're acting. And the most amazing thing I see is you got a lot of people upset, but you are the ones seeing red. Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Kelly Fields, 2200 West 38th Street. I'm also an employee of Job and Family Services. I'm a 16-year veteran. I'm going to speak today, but I'm not here to direct deal or talk about the contract. What I'm here to talk about is the figures and facts that have been stated that is being misrepresented as far as what goes on the agency on a daily basis. 300 to 500. The number of clients who come through the lobby daily are waited on by 5 front desk workers. Average wait time is 10 minutes when staffed correctly. You stated 440 were seen in 2 days with a wait time of 50 to 75 minutes. How is that meeting the client's needs? 700 to 800. The number of phone calls our 10-person call center answers on a daily basis. You have a message that we are on strike and to expect delays and change the call center number without informing the public. Again, how are we meeting needs? 15 to 1800. The number of recertifications completed monthly by 19 caseworkers in the first 2 weeks of the month. Who is the meeting the client's needs this month while the vast majority of the caseworkers are on a picket line? 100 to 110, the average number of clients seen or called by the intake department to conduct interviews on a daily basis with an average of 13 caseworkers. 2,000, the number of bilingual cases split between 4 caseworkers. Currently, the agency only has 2 supervisors in the building who can speak Spanish to serve 2,000 clients. Again, how are we meeting the needs? This is only a snapshot of the services we have at JFS, and because of the time limit, I don't have time to talk about client support, child support clients, ESC clients, daycare clients, nursing home clients, and adult protective clients who are currently suffering because of lack of staffing. None of the medical applications are being taken care of, and People's Medical is being closed every single day. You stated in the Morning Journal and the Chronicle, as well as both the JFS and county government Facebook pages, that everything is being taken care of. In fact, better than predicted was quoted by Mr. Cortez. Either someone is not being truthful on the inside, or you are not being truthful to the public. On several occasions, you and your representative, Sandy Conley from Clemens Nelson, have stated that we have not been truthful to anyone, including our members. I would disagree, as shown by the support last week and today at this commissioners' meeting. We have read the papers, the websites, and the Facebook pages, but still remain united. We are your employees. We work diligently every single day at JFS to make sure that we are in the top 10 in the county for food stamp timeliness, and that we are #1 in fraud collections. In fact, we've been given that award several times. Yet you continue to let your employees and your lack of respect for these employees that are out on a picket line to let us come to some sort of conclusion of this and to talk about what we need to talk about to get us back to work. And the only thing that I'd like to close with is that it really, really bothers us that Mr. Cortez can't even bother to look any of this in the face while he sits at this table. Thank you, and shame on you.
make a motion that we go into executive session as outlined by the administrator. And did you have something to? No, just the administrator.
Second.
Ms. Kowski?
Aye.
Mr. Kalo?
Aye.
Mr. Lundy.
Aye.
This has been a broadcast of the recent Lorain County Commissioners' General Meeting. Unless otherwise announced, meetings are held Wednesday morning at 9:30 at the Administration Building, 226 Middle Avenue, 4th floor, downtown Elyria. These are public meetings, and you are invited to attend. Agendas are posted prior to the meeting at www.loraincounty.us. Click on Departments to see the Commissioners page, then click on View Agenda for a printable copy of the agenda.